Hi guys. So I had uploaded a video before after my last appointment, and I had to delete it because it wasn't I didn't upload right. Like the background kept moving. I don't know what that is. I'm recording with my phone right now, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Um, but um, my last video basically was about my last appointment I had last week on a Thursday, and they basically scheduled me for a C-section for the 16th, and I was very disappointed. Um, that was something I didn't want to do. I wanted to have a VBAC, so so that was that. At that moment, I felt sad and like, wow, this kid is really not gonna come, and I'm gonna have to get a C-section again. And it's still something I'm not looking forward to. Um, so that happened, but it's Monday today, and I have been having small contractions, and last night actually, it's when they kind of started, and I was like, okay, these feel like small tolerable contractions, like the beginning, like period cramps kind of. And so I was like, okay. And I noticed yesterday in the bathroom, um, I had kind of like discharged. It looked like discharge. Sorry if it's too much information. Um, and so I was like, okay, well, this is a sign, right, that something's happening. Um, so that was that. And so I went walking yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna try and do everything I can before Thursday so maybe this baby can come. And the doctor did say that if I do end up getting the contractions, I'll be saved from the C-section. So I was like, okay, I have to do this. I'm not gonna get cut open again. Um, and I think the walking helped because this morning, sorry if it's too much information, I'm pretty sure I lost my mucus plug. The mucus plug is something that is in your cervix to protect your baby while you're pregnant, and once you're at the end of your pregnancy and your cervix is ready to thin out and stuff like that, it loses that mucus. It's mucus. It's basically mucus. It looks like mucus. It's either like, it looks like you just blow your nose, and it might be clear. It might have a little tinge of blood in it. Might be like pink, and so I knew it was that because once I was feeling small contractions in the morning, and then I was like, okay, these are getting a little bit harder, like stronger, still tolerable, but harder than before. And once I got up my bed, that's when I felt something just like, you just feel something come out. And I was like, uh-oh, like this is something. So I go to the bathroom, and it ends up being that, and that was this morning. So I was like, oh my god, I hope my cervix is actually working, because the doctor had told me, she had checked me that day, and she told me, you know what, I just don't think, sorry. She said she just didn't, sorry. She said she just didn't think my cervix was gonna open, since she checked me, and she said my cervix was just high up and thick. So she just basically said, you know what, I don't think it's gonna do it again this time. It didn't work with your daughter, because with my daughter I got induced, and I think I was just 5 centimeters, and then they decided to give me a C-section. So she thought because of that, and she didn't see any difference, down there or anything. She said, I just don't think it's gonna good like thin out and dilate. Just don't think you're gonna dilate. And I was like, okay, well, it does make sense. And so having this happen today gives me a little bit of hope that I do get to have this baby naturally and before Thursday. I know they say that after you lose your mucus, you can have, it could be days or something. But then I'm like, oh my god, I just hope I have him before Thursday. Because if it's Thursday and I'm having these, signs, I'm going to feel very disappointed. Like, something could have happened, I could have had this baby maybe naturally, and I'm here to get a C-section. So I think that's something I have to call my doctor and ask her about. I just don't know if they'll give me more days, because they really don't want me to go over 40 weeks. Because I've had a C-section, and she just doesn't want to, she says she don't want the baby to get any bigger, so there won't be any more complications. And they can't induce me because I've had a C-section. So just, praying to God that everything works out. After I lost, the mucus plug, I noticed they got stronger, a little bit stronger. And I was like, okay, this is it. I really think, maybe tonight I'm doing everything that's possible. I'm walking, bouncing on this ball. And walking seems to work a lot, because once I walk, that's when I feel my stomach, like, having small pains. And I know this might sound crazy, but I just want them to hurt, I want to know that it's progressing, and so I can just go to the hospital and tell the doctor, you know what, I was able to do this. So, I just don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know how it usually takes after somebody loses their mucus plug. I know it might be a sign of early labor, or it can just mean, you're starting. I just hope it moves fast and progresses throughout the day, maybe in the night. I don't really care. I just want it to progress, anything that can help me to say goodbye to the C-section. But I just wanted to know if you guys who watch this video, if this has happened to you, losing your mucus plug, how long after you went into labor, like how long did it take you, what helped you, and I'm just thinking of other ways, but walking seems to help me right now, so I'm gonna keep doing that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I get to talk to you guys about a VBAC experience and not a C-section experience, I was just really not hoping to have a C-section again. So, prayer works. And walking. Let's see. I don't want to get too, TMI or whatever, but they say, I remember my doctor said to walk or, have sex and stuff like that, and I don't know if that worked too. Sorry if it's TMI, too much information. But, it probably did. So that, and walking a lot, and, prayer, I know, it really does help. And, I'm going through that little bump, so hopefully I just jump over and get to have natural birth. So I'm just like hoping it all goes well. So hopefully I can prove the doctor wrong, because she's so sure that I was going to get a C-section, and she was so anxious for me to go to her hospital and for her to do it, and it makes her kind of sketchy. Like, why do you want to give me the C-section so bad? And I don't want to sound, I don't know, but maybe it's for her benefit, like to get paid or something. I don't know. I don't want to sound mean or anything like that, but she did make sense in what she told me, but hopefully it all goes out. I'll keep you guys updated, and I'm gonna keep walking. If you guys have any more suggestions, trust me, I'll be watching YouTube videos, and I would really want to read your comments and your advice on how long after, if you guys lost your mucus plug, how long after you guys went into labor, what helped you guys progress it, or anything that can help. So I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll let you guys know what happens. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.